Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to Perafilozof SimCity Let's Plays. I am going to continue on building my first city and I have decided on a name. The city is going to be called Silk Road. It is one of the ideas I got from my subscribers. All the other names that you guys have posted I will also use for my other cities. Now let's see where we left off this city. I have a nice amount of money in my bank. I also have a very nice hourly at the moment. It is now 11 p.m. My schools are probably off. Yes, they are. I'm going to turn them on a bit later. Let's see about these zones. They're filling up quite nicely. Commercial is already here. Industrial is here. I just need to wait for the residents to come in. I have copied my setup of the services onto this avenue, this side of the city, and I also need to zone this last piece of the city. I should just check, am I going to have enough power, water and sewage capacity for this part of the city? I believe so. So let's get to it. First I will need an avenue. I said I'm going to use an avenue like this and then have the roads go onto the right side, because I'm trying to avoid having any four-way intersections. So I will drop this avenue all the way down and then start adding these streets for the homes and shops. There we go, the road system is finished. Now I need to add some commercial and residential. Considering how much space there is here, I'm thinking one commercial after the start and one commercial just before the end of the streets, and all the rest as residential. Now everything is zoned out quite nicely and I can let the city start rolling in new sims to live here. As both of these areas are going to expand, I'm probably going to need more water, as these guys here are saying right now. I'm thinking I can use this water right here. As for the power, I can just place a new wind turbine. And as for the sewage, I can add this sewage outflow pipe. I'm probably going to need 2 more garbage trucks, so I will plop a garage for those. Now that that's done, I need to see about how many sims am I going to be educating. I'm now at 1,000 and I'm thinking it's gonna get up to 2,000 by the end of this day. Now I need to add school bus stops, and let's see on which side of the street am I going to have the entrances and exits. On the left side, so I'm going to probably have to put 2 bus stops onto these streets considering how long they are. There we go, the bus stops are here. But I'm thinking I may need even another library so that I can educate all of these kids. And I just need to figure out where am I going to put the second library. I have one over here. It services this part of the city and this one. So the other one should probably go somewhere around here. I can probably put this library somewhere about here. Now that should take care of the education. I just need to check out how many upgrades are my grade schools going to need. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more school buses. 3 in this school, 3 in this one. And when it comes to this school, it is probably going to need 2 upgrades on the classrooms. I could probably go through some of these filters and see how my city is turning out. The population map will show me where my sims are at and what are they doing. I can see that a lot of shoppers are going to the libraries. while my workforce is at the factories and at the commercial buildings, while the rest of the Sims are at homes. All the kids are pretty much at home since the school time is up several hours now. On the happiness map, I can see that all of my old parts of the city are pretty much filled with happy people, except the people that live next to the schools, because I constantly turn them off and on, and that reduces their land value. You can see that on this map, as the school is off, the land value here has dropped down. Therefore, the guys in the medium wealth homes have a few things to say about that. If I look at the building density map, I can see that first quarter of my city is pretty much totally ready to go up to medium density. The second quarter is close behind, while the third and fourth are still just brand new and on the rise. The fourth quarter has yet to see a full spread of residential. I should probably check the pollution in this city. The air pollution is very high from these industrial buildings, but it's going out of the city right here, and it's not endangering any Sims. As for the ground pollution, it's starting to pile up, but it is still pretty much only around these buildings that are close to the edge of the map, and these are industry buildings that only hold a few workers every day, so not a lot of people can get sick. Should probably check on my health and see, and now I have 32 injured per day and 40 sick. This clinic is full and I should upgrade it. The first clinic still has enough room in it for more patients. Now I should probably take a look at my population, and like I said, I am going to get unemployed because I don't have a lot of factories in this city. Now the way I can remedy this is either by turning them into medium wealth citizens or by giving them more places to work at, being commercial for example. Now turning them into medium wealth citizens will going to reduce the amount of taxes I get, but switching residential for commercial will also do the same. So I need some places for them to work. I'm going to first check if my factories are happy enough to go up to medium density. Yep, I have factories that are ready to go to medium density. So I'm going to upgrade the streets that these factories are on to medium density and let them grow to medium density, which is going to allow a lot more workers to work in those factories. This shouldn't take too much time, and these factories should start going to medium density. Here we go, the first one is already up, and hopefully I will have more of them up to medium density very soon. I have now upgraded all the schools fully, so with 2 schools at 950 seats for students, I have the ability to educate 1,900 students, and I also have the 2 libraries, which means that I can get some Sims up to medium density because I'm going to have enough classrooms for all those kids. As you can see, my industry has gone up to medium density on almost all of them except these 2 down here and the newer ones that haven't had the time to reach the required happiness, or in the case of industry, the required profit to get up to medium density. So without them, my employment percentage is still not high enough. I still have unemployed Sims, so I need to hold off on going to medium density until I am able to employ all of these Sims. Now, in order to increase the amount of open jobs, I can look at these commercial buildings here, and they're all already have enough profit to go up to medium density. So what I'm going to do is upgrade the streets for these commercial buildings and allow them to go up to medium density. Now I seem to have a traffic problem. a lot of these cars and buses are standing here, but they are not moving for some reason. And as far as I can see, this intersection here is the source of this problem. So I will have to bulldoze it. And I was right, that was the source of the problem. Now the traffic is flowing again. As I said maybe 2 videos back that this might present a problem later on, and so it did. I had to bulldoze it. If I look at my fire department, the 2 fire trucks are coping with the fires. The 2 clinics are able to cope with all the sick and injured sims. The police pretty much can eat donuts all day because they do not have any criminals to worry about. My education is being well used and my sims are getting more educated every day. They seem to be asking for mass transit because they say high traffic congestion, but I do not really think that I need city buses, at least not at low density. I will see about if it starts being necessary at medium density. If I look at my workforce, I can see that I have almost employed all of my sims, and with few of these medium density commercial buildings that need to be finished, I am probably going to even have a lack of workers. That is excellent because this area of the city has been filled up completely with residential, which means that very soon I'm going to have more available jobs and not any unemployed sims, which is what you want to aim for. Once I go to medium density with the rest of the industry, at that point I can start going up to medium density with my residential and other commercial parts of the city. Since I have provided my sims with pretty much everything, at this moment I can turn up my taxes up to 11%, and I can probably now leave the grade schools up and running during the entire day and leave their influence on the land value can stay during the entire day, and I won't have any more of these homes being abandoned due to low land value, because whenever I turn them off the land value goes down. Also this way my workers are going to be employed at the schools and I'm not going to have any unemployed sims that might be able to work at the schools if they weren't closed. It would appear that I have hit on some ye olde bugs that seem to still be in this game. I have sims that have the problem of getting some water. This is because the water pumping station is so far that the water agents that flow through these streets and avenues have trouble getting to the sims that are so far away. As far as I know, the only way to fix this is to add water stations that are closer by. And not only is the water agent a problem here, also the power agent is a problem, because this entire quarter of the city has some power problems. They say that they would like some power and I'm not providing. This is because the power agents seem to stop at about here and these sims are not getting the power. Now this is a much harder problem to solve. I'm going to try attaching more streets to these avenues and see if the power is going to flow. Well, it appears this helped a little bit. It did ruin my idea of where the traffic would flow, but the power agents seem to have their own idea. They seem to have started to fix this problem. But what about the water problem? Well, these sims seem to have water now. Why? Well, because this water tower now flows through these two streets and supplies these guys with water, just as the power flows through this main avenue, goes into these new streets connections that I have made, and now all these sims have power. This is one of the annoying parts of SimCity, which is going to lead me to stop doing this Let's Play for now, because this has, you might not see it by my tone of voice, but this pretty much angers me a lot when the game fucks up my idea of how I want my city to work with these stupid bugs. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.